Hi, my name's Keith Cooper from Northlight Images, and in this video I'm going to have a quick way at setting the brightness of your monitor if you want a better chance at matching prints. Now, the proper way of doing this is to use a calibrator and to use your lighting and to measure things and spend money on it. There are easier ways. If you haven't got a calibrated monitor, then particularly if you find your prints coming out too dark, it's quite likely that your monitor screen is too bright. But how do you know what setting to use for it? Well, this is a quick and easy way of testing. This is not something I would say to do if you have the proper kit to do it and you can do stuff with measurements and settings, but yeah, a quick and easy way of doing it. Here's a print. Now, my lighting here is set up so that, well, the light I'm using that's just over there is set at around about 4000K colour temperature. These screens are set around about 4000 as well. That's purely for making videos, not as a working setting, because it just means the videos, the lighting and prints look more consistent. But here's the important bit. Here's a print. Here is a viewing stand. This is an Ilford Ilfolux. Very nice little viewing light. You can change the temperature, so this is set to 4000, so hopefully this matches reasonably. Now, I've turned off my normal lighting over here just to make it a bit more reliable and show the settings a bit easier. So I've just got the one light over here for this and this. But I can change the color temperature, for example. So that's 4000 and that takes it up to 6500. It goes to quite a bit bluer. If I take it down to 3000 tungsten lighting, it's quite warm lighting. But anyway, let's put that back to 4000. I've got a review of this. This is a very nice light. It's actually USB powered and it's connected to this Mac Studio here. You could plug it into one of the USBs on one of these monitors. But setting this, how to do it. Take a piece of the paper you're going to use. Now, I know this paper happens to be double-sided, so it's lit by that. It's not lit too much by over there. I've opened up in Photoshop a blank document and opened that on the screen. So that is white on the screen. I want white on the screen to match white here. Now, how to measure light? Well, I could use a spectrophotometer, use all sorts of expensive stuff, but I happen to have something that will do just as well. And I suspect you could do this with a phone camera as well, but I'm not going to try it. I'm going to use a real camera. This is my old 5DS. I've got this set. I've set it to, it's a 50mm lens on it. Doesn't really matter the lens, but you just want to, yeah, you're going to use the camera as a light meter. I've set it to 1000 ISO. It's set to f8. So if I look in the viewfinder here and fill the screen, you don't need to focus it, by the way, and do this, and I get a reading of, at 1000 ISO, I get 125th of a second at f8. That tells me how bright that is. Now's the tricky bit. I just point this at this screen and I press that, the metering, and I see that gives me 100th of a second at f8. This is 125th, this is 100th. Means this is a little bit too dark for this viewing lighting. It's actually fine. If you have your viewing lighting a bit lighter, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. But if I didn't have a calibrator for this to set it to a known level, say 100 CD, a CD per square meter. If I didn't do that, I could set it by eye to match the brightness of this. Now our eyes are easily fooled, so it's much easier to use a camera. And I know that this, if I go to one of the, and I can adjust this one on the scale here. If I go to the on-screen menu, if I go to brightness, I can just up the brightness a little bit. There we go. I've upped the brightness a little bit. Let's just check what the meter reading is. Lo and behold, it's 125th f8. That means that white should match this white. Now, given the vagaries of video and things like that, I'm hoping it looks fairly similar. There's viewing angles, there's this, there's the reflection of this, and whatever. But anyway, that is the quick way to set your screen brightness to the same brightness as you're using for viewing your prints. Of course, if you view your prints in dimmer light than this, they'll look dark. If you view them in brighter light than this, they'll look lighter. But as a quick way of matching your screen and your prints a bit better, if you haven't got all the proper kit for it and everything, and use a camera for it. So there we have it. That, I couldn't find the image, it was somewhere else, should match what's on the screen now. Just really easy way of doing it. Thanks to somebody who asked me a question about something related to this that reminded me of this technique. I saw this on a forum years ago. I have no idea where. It's just a quick way of matching things if you don't have the kit. It won't guarantee that your screen and print will match because they can never match properly. I've done lots of stuff about this, but at least it gives you a fighting chance without necessarily buying all the kit to do it. Anyway, hope that's useful. One of the benefits, I always say, ask me questions because they give me ideas for videos, and this is one of them. So thanks very much. Hope that was of help. Cheers.